Hi everyone, welcome back to M Talks. This is Bibin Michael.
This is Nikhil Mani.
How are you, Nikhil?
Good, bro. How are you? How's everything?
Doing great.
How's your new year so far?
New Year is awesome. It's going great.
Yeah, I mean,
And,
we just got back from
Orlando. Florida, Orlando. That was a wonderful, amazing trip. A lot of experience, a lot of things. And I don't have any words to say, express. A lot of things happened.
Yeah, a lot of interesting people that we've talked to, and hopefully
a lot of business people, man. Entrepreneurs. A lot of entrepreneurs, and a lot of episodes is coming out. We met. We were blessed to meet a lot of successful entrepreneurs from different walks of life.
different backgrounds.
They were employee once, then converted into.
Some of them are still employees, but they're doing really well.
Correct.
In the business as well.
In the business as well, right? So that's a great experience, and we will definitely coming up with those episodes. And yeah. So how was your resolution going?
It's okay. I mean, the Orlando trip was a little bit of a snag. I'll say
no bad though. You did good.
I did good. But yeah, I mean, I'm being careful about what I eat and stuff like that. Even though there's nothing wrong with me, I just wanted.
Okay, so first thing I want to mention is that I wrote down my goal for 2024.
Okay.
And break down multiple things how to get there, the step-by-step process, and start executing the plans. And it's not time to tell it's start working, but yeah,
you don't see a difference in a week's time, but
correct. So if you go to gym, you will become six-pack, or you don't see any movement other than your body pain.
Yeah.
So the
give
pain
yourself a month.
The pain will be there, that nothing else.
Right. And you'll feel nice, by the way.
Yeah.
The pain will be there, but you're gonna feel good about yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
But give yourself a month to get those abs, Bibin.
And how's your real estate things going?
Real estate is good. I have buyers in this market, which is, you would think I wouldn't, but
is New Year, a lot of people decided to buy a house.
No, it's just I think in the last 3 years people have realized this is the best time to buy a house. This and that, prices are going up, and obviously last year interest rates went up, and a lot of people that were on the sidelines thinking that the prices will come down when interest rates went up. Those people realized, oh my gosh, prices didn't come down, right? So a lot of those people are now wanting to look for stuff and get into something, especially before interest rates start going down again, because the expectation for next year is interest rates to go down.
Hold on. Let me get a clarity.
Yeah.
So you don't wait for interest rate to go down?
Not in this market that we've been experiencing, because the minute the interest rates go down, prices keep going up.
I was telling people, few of my friends, I said, wait, at least one of the other has to come down. No?
No, because last year, I'll give you an example. 2022, I bought my house in 2021 at 2.75%.
Mm-hmm.
By spring of by
I refinanced in 1.95%.
Right. You were lucky. and when you bought your house, at what was the interest rate at that time?
When I bought, it was
5, 4?
No, 3.75.
3.75. Okay. So I think we've bought houses I bought the house at the most lowest interest rates in the market as ever seen. You bought the property, I think, back in 2016? 2015. So that's when actually the property value started climbing a little bit from the recession of 2008. Because from 2008 to 2013, 2014, things were a little kind of stagnant. A lot of property values had come down past a lot of people's purchase points in the 2000s. And you bought it assets climbing up, right? You didn't buy it too low. You didn't buy it too high.
Correct.
And you got a really good interest rate, right? And then fast forward, COVID happens. Rates come down like crazy. Everybody's getting less than 3% houses, right? But prices skyrocketed by almost 30%. So what most people thought then was, a lot of people, especially our people, they thought, okay, price, it's too competitive. I don't want to overpay for a house. Like that was the negative, or the wrong mentality that they were having. But they didn't know. Nobody knew at that point. They said, "Oh, you know what? Let's just wait, because this rush will end, right? So then the market will cool down. Not a lot of buyers will be there, and we can start buying properties at a reasonable price."
Correct.
But guess what happened? From 2020 to 2021, prices went up almost by 30%.
Yeah, that's because of
Rates going down, and a lot of people were home. A lot of people were working from home.
Work from home actually made crazy movements
in the market. A lot of people from New York were moving here, right?
So I was visiting I think a year back, Texas, not Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, Atlanta, I believe. So I believe so, yeah. So they're saying like, you guys are making our life is miserable.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
You guys are coming down.
You guys
there.
come with a lot of money here from New Jersey, New York, and California, and so we forgot to buy more property.
Yeah. I mean, so basically that's kind of what's happened. But what people didn't... So the expectation was in New Jersey, New York, and California, there's a max exodus. So basically the thing was, these states, people were leaving to go to cheaper states. But guess what happened?
But the flyback is happening right
now. 100%. A lot of people that have made that decision is now like a lot of people are paying the price for that. Because now they got rid of this house that they probably had.
Right.
For a decent price. I mean, they made money on their house. They went and paid a premium for the house that they got wherever they went to because of the market. But now all these companies want them to come back. So now they have to figure out what they have to do. Either change the company or change it's location. But coming back to
when they came back, there was no property for them.
There's no property for them. No, but at the end of the day though, what's happened in this last couple of years, right? 30% of an increase from 2020 to 2021, right? From 2021 to 2022, there was almost a 7 to 8% increase on average in Jersey. From 2022 to 2023, we saw another 5% increase. And guess what the biggest difference is? From 2021 November, when I closed my house at 2.75%, till it was April of 2022, or March of 2022, when rates went up to close to 4.5% to 5%. Almost a double. By the summer, it had climbed up to 6, right? And people were still buying because there was people that knew if you buy now and the rates come down, we can refinance, right? And that was the whole date the rate conversation that people were having. Buy a house now, date the rate. So basically, buy the house at this high interest rate, but refinance when the rates come down. The problem with that is... you should look at affordability for sure, right? The banks will check your overall affordability, but what are you most comfortable paying, right? And so you should base your decisions based on your personal finances, obviously. But what a lot of people started doing was they were buying houses, still going over asking, still going crazy. On average, there were 5-6 offers on each property that we were seeing until this fall of 2023. It was it's crazy. And there was no inventory. That's the other thing. So the other thing was there was no inventory. So mind you, throughout COVID, there's not been from 2019 to 2020, the drop of properties that were in the market were over 1,000 units for each season of the market.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And the amount of buyers increased by probably 2,000. You know what I'm saying? That it was just there was this
buyers is going up, inventory is going down.
Exactly.
Crazy proportion.
So now what's happened is everybody who waited because the prices were up, they are starting to see, prices are not coming down. Interest rates went up like crazy. Interest rates went all the way up to 8% this fall, right? And prices still didn't come down. But we saw a slowdown, just a small slowdown for 2 weeks, and then people started buying again. Now what's happened is everybody has realized, okay, prices are probably not going to come down in New Jersey. Townhouses that are brand new construction, 2,500 square feet in central Jersey is going for close to $800,000 now. So imagine finding yourself a house that's fully renovated, brand new, and it's not possible for the middle class.
It's not gonna happen.
No, you're not going to get something like that. You have to buy an older property.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I'm also waiting to come down the price.
Yeah. Bibin and I, when I saw a property a couple of months ago, it was just to get our get motivated.
But it's a couple $1 million house. By the way, the week after I saw the property, it got sold.
Yeah.
I don't know. People
and they were willing to give it to us for a discount too.
Right. They were ready to give like a huge deal, but
but
I was not ready. So,
but it's just the time, right? It's like this is what I tell my clients all the time. Like, you know, it might not like when it's supposed to happen, it's going to happen. I've shown people houses for a year, 2 years. I've shown people houses for 2 months. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not anyone special. Right, I take care of my clients, everybody the same way. The only difference is the timing. It's all like there's a little bit of like universe.
Do you give any extra offer to MTalks
podcast members?
Podcast members.
There's no offers to give. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, because my expenses have gone up, right? Like my monthly expenses have climbed up like crazy. Marketing, driving around, tolls, everything's gone up, right? But this market...
No, give me some verdict. Like, what do you say? Like, so this is the market to purchase or no?
100% if you can buy before the spring season now.
If you can find the right property.
If you can find the right property and if you can buy before the spring season hits, if 2024.
Oh, the spring gonna be crazy this coming.
Because people now know rates have started to come down, right? So we went from 8% to now 6%.
Okay.
In December.
Mm-hmm.
Like 6.2, 6%.
6.3.
Yeah. So I've got a guy who's giving 6.2% loans.
Oh,
right?
cool.
Yeah.
6.2 already.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
So I think it went down again this week or something. But anyways, the new year, we're expecting it to go down even further. We don't know. We don't think it's going to go back to 4.5%. But
everybody's on new resolution, working towards the goal. If you have a goal related with the real estate, you know who to get in touch with.
Call me. Reach out to me.
Reach out to Nikhil, and we'll be wonderful.
And I'll try to give you guys the best advice possible and put you in the right, give you the right tips and tools
for you
that
guys
you
to
have.
reach out to us. Like, there's no obligation, there's no commitment. You don't need to purchase product through us. No, nothing. It's actually
free advice.
We actually work with, we would like to interact with you guys. By saying that, there's a wonderful book called like a Finance 101. It's a very few pages, not a lot, very few pages. And there's a wonderful book. I actually had I was planning for something for my, you all know like I'm from a healthcare background. So I was planning to recommend this book for all my nurses, friends that use this book to get to know about like a basic finance in this country. If you live in the US and you wanted to know about like a basic finance to understand in a very small few pages, there will be a wonderful book. So what I was planning to do for my, the healthcare workers is actually, I was about to mention here, if you put a comment or get in touch with me, I will give you a copy of this. I do order a 1,000 copy, I believe 1,000 or 500. So if you need a copy, like get in touch with me, I would love to give you. This is not that you can purchase from the market. That's why I'm not giving you any book name or anything. You cannot purchase this. It has all the information about Finance 101. Everything will be there. But get in touch with me. You can or Nikhil, and put your information or get in touch with them or get in touch with us, and I will mail this to you. And I do have a lot of copies with me.
On in that note, don't put your addresses on comments.
Oh no, don't put your info in the comments.
Just reach out to us either on email or our personal profiles and direct messages.
Direct messages, please. And if you want, or you can always get in touch with us. And that book is like I would like to give away. And so it's not only for healthcare, anybody. Anybody who want to know. So why I suggested this book for healthcare workers, like, a lot of nurses I know, personally know, like a lot of nurses, they're crazy busy with working. If you have like overtime, they go for it. I know like 70 or 60+% of the nurses in this country work 2 jobs. One full time, maybe a part time or a per diem. It's normal, pretty normal for them.
Yeah.
So they will busy working, and unfortunately they miss out the basic finance. So they don't really pay attention. They don't plan properly. So I don't know. I know the background. That's why I was going into. There's a lot of other professionals also does the same thing. So those who working hard, those who serving, kudos to you guys. Like, you keep doing the good work. And if you want to become a business owner, of course, you have to get in touch with us. And also, that's why I was recommending this book. This is a handy book you need to have with you. Like, if you hear new terms, if you want to know more things about finance, how to plan your 401k, is the 401k is actually working towards your goals, all those things, this book will give an idea. Right? So get in touch with us or put a comment, and direct message will be better, and we can definitely I need to get your address and I will send it over. And so that's the one thing I would like to mention here. Back to real estate. So your verdict is actually this is the right time to purchase home.
Unfortunately, there's no inventory, by the way. So inventory is very low.
Lack of inventory is the problem, but otherwise this is the right time,
because right now interest rates are still in the 6%, but the prices have been stable now for the last 3-4 months.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, you're still going to like pay over probably asking, right? Because there's not a lot of inventory, and so there's more buyers always in these markets than the inventory.
Gotcha.
But if you can do that now, before the rates go down even further, you can avoid yourself from paying more money
on the price side.
Gotcha. Because you can, and always, it's always better to refinance in 6 months when you have, and you bought it for cheaper, right? Or versus paying more money at a lower interest rate.
Gotcha.
That's the best situation for any buyer. But there's not any inventory. But if it's applicable to you, if you find something that works out, you should probably think about jumping ahead and getting it. Yeah, inventory is little. Maybe you can get something better in the spring market because there'll be a little bit more inventory. But I guarantee you're going to be paying way more money.
Thank you so much, Nikhil, for the wonderful inputs. And back to Florida. It was a wonderful weather there. Did you mention about the weather? When you compare with New York, New Jersey, it was a wonderful weather.
Jersey's been pretty good, though. It's just been a little rainy.
I know. It's rainy, but not that cold.
Yeah.
But comparatively was wonderful. And one other thing I would like to mention, my God, a lot of energy there. Like, a lot of positive vibes, a lot of energy, a lot of business owners, people. The mindset is the key, guys. If you're, if you want to come out from employment, the mind has to be right. That's the only key point that I would like to emphasize again and again. The idea behind all the podcast itself was mindset. So what we see there is actually the people, like right-minded people gathering around, discussing about opportunities, discussing about the market potentials. That's a lot of opportunities out there, right? So coming weeks, like we're gonna bring like a lot of guest interviews and all. And so I don't want to spoil the curiosity, so listen from them, and it's a wonderful episodes is coming. And try
to relate to it as much as you can, and then going back on the conversation of real estate.
Okay.
Another reason why real estate was such a hot commodity this couple of years is because of inflation. Real estate is an asset that is really good for inflationary periods, because what that does is basically you get automatic appreciation on your property when you buy a property, and your money doesn't lose its value, because the loan that you're getting into during an inflationary time theoretically is going to be lower than what it is in a regular market. And so that's one of the reasons why these markets have been the way they are. And so if you're on the border of figuring out what you want to be doing with regards to real estate, I would get yourselves pre-approved immediately. and start looking. You never know when things will happen. So pre-approval is something that's very important. Going with a mortgage broker, from my perspective, has been better than going with banks that you work with, just because they have a lot more flexibility. Banks are very rigid, and the transactional experience for the person is always better with mortgage brokers, because these guys are like real estate agents in the sense that they're working for the deal, right? The banks, these guys I'm not, just generally speaking, these big banks, they obviously do good for some people, but for
not everybody.
Not for everybody. And get yourself a pre-approval. Figure out what is your most comfortable monthly setup payment, even if you're paying too much money. Like, even if you're at 40 or 50% of your gross income for your payments, is that comfortable for you for the next couple of years? If it is,
then go for it.
Go for it. If it's not, keep renting. Being a renter is not a terrible thing to be.
It's not.
It's not. Honestly, people conflate to like these things, but that's not true at all. So, if you're a renter, if you've been renting for 4 or 5 years right now, and that's the space that you need, you don't need any bigger space, you're pretty good, because you're paying kind of like really low rent compared to market rent, right? So the only reason why obviously, if you have the money to do it, get yourself into real estate and building equity in your real estate is good. That's advantageous for a lot of people, right? Because it's forcing you to save. It's giving you like this property that you're putting money in, right? The principal you're paying off, and then there are all these different products that let you access those things. At the end of the day, though, what I'm trying to get at is, like, if you're kind of on two boats about figuring out if this is the right time or not, it is the right time. I'm not saying that to increase my personal business or anything like that. Just based on how this market has been, especially last year, and this, like, I feel like prices are going to go up again. And so if you want to get something now and lock yourself in, and then worry about value later with regards to refinancing and reducing your overall monthly payments, so that's the best way to go about doing it. Not
expecting a lot of market coming down in the near future.
I'm going to be honest with you. We won't see anything happen in the markets from a price perspective, and that's like going down the way people are expecting it. Next year, spring, summer markets are most likely going to be higher than this year's market. By fall, because we're getting closer to election, things might get a little bit more kind of weird. But since prices have gone up more than likely, the bottom is probably going to be this year's like 2023's market, which is not that much lower.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what I mean? So it's like maybe you might see like a 3 to 5% decrease in pricing, maybe. But that's from after like a 10% increase. So how much really are you seeing?
Gotcha.
Right?
So if you are on the trim of making a decision, maybe this will help you. And so definitely reach out to MTalks for any financial related or real estate related anything. You can talk to us anything. So put comments.
Reach out to us, and then if you have any comments that go against what we're talking about, please put it out there. We'd love to have conversations, and we'd love to correct ourselves, and we'd like to we're looking to improve always. Thank you, everybody.
All right, have a good day.